Good afternoon. Again, it's my great pleasure to introduce Ursula Velve. Yes. Nice. Yeah, we can sit side by side. That seems so. We're gonna move geographically. We've just heard about why the UK academic ecosystem is great to invest in. Now we're going to talk about Estonia. So, why Estonia? Right? It's the country that has, I think, the highest per capita concentration of tech billionaires, supermodels, and supercars. So, if that's not already, reason enough to be thinking about investing in Estonia, I think Ursula will help convince you further, because there's a lot of stuff that's going on at the moment which is about cutting, a lot of the bureaucracy and really innovating on that score, which I think will be interesting to hear, because I think we need some of that energy across all European countries. Before I let Ursula begin, I'm going to tell you a little secret about her. Because Ursula is here as chair of the management board of Enterprise Estonia, which is a national foundation to, increase investment in the Estonian economy. So she's going to be here sort of in a government capacity telling you why you should invest in Estonia. But she's actually one of you. So she's having worked in, with kind of innovation at big companies, with many years with Samsung, right?
Yes.
And also then with Yle Mr. City, which is essentially kind of a real estate business, but you were the chief innovation officer there for many years and then became CEO. And so you've really been dealing with that whole problem of how to bring innovation into a big organization. So really, she's one of you and she gets it. So without further ado, I thought maybe you could start us off. Just tell us a little bit about kind of, especially this thing with Enterprise Estonia and your kind of campaign to try to, making illegal things legal, which is intriguing. And I promise you is not about any gangster activity. It's actually about doing business in Estonia a lot more sensible.
Yes. Thank you, Maya. I'm very happy to be here. So I am really new in Enterprise Estonia, already 1.5 months on my new position. So yes, as Maya explained, I before worked in Samsung and 10 years in real estate business. And real estate business seems to be very traditional, but on the other hand, giving you a lot of possibilities to innovate and do things differently. But in Enterprise Estonia, actually, we are offering different services to companies to grow, scale, innovate, and there is as well different innovation services, but as well financing, where banks are not willing to finance, then we are giving helping hand, and at the end, actually, we are dealing with housing as well. As Estonia has a huge amount of apartment buildings which are not energy efficient at all, then we are trying to finance the renovation and to have more energy efficient country.
Okay, so there's quite a lot going on. One thing that I thought was intriguing is this thing about modernizing, innovating legislation. So this is what we really mean by making illegal things legal. What kinds of things are going on currently with that?
Yeah, I would like to bring out one very good example. Actually, one pharmacy kiosk startup wanted to test and try a new solution to sell medicines on the street with a self-service kiosk. And they started this pilot project with Accelerate Estonia. And what they found out that Medical Act actually didn't have definition in the legislation to be able to sell this on the street. So they tried to, together with the ministries, they tried to find a solution how this new innovation can come to the market and grow. And they found one solution, or Ministry of Justice found one solution, that we should change regulation for testing period and then change it back. But it's not bureaucracy, like from bureaucracy point of view, not reasonable at all. So these different ministries came together and worked out a framework of innovation and testing, so that you can actually come to to Estonia, have a new solution where we don't have legal support yet, but you as a company can test and try, and our ministries actually analyze our legislation to be able to support this testing project. And then based on this testing, actually they define what we need to change in legislation so that they will test as well legislation. And I believe it's a big leap in decreasing the bureaucracy in Estonia, and I hope that it will help Estonian innovation, and I hope that new unicorns will come out from that as well.
So it's kind of a regulatory sandbox, right,
yes.
for a period of time, but not, there's been obviously sandboxes in other countries, but I think one of the differences with those is that they're usually for a particular sector, like the UK has had a sort of fintech sandbox or other things, but this can be literally for anything.
Yes, it's above all the market.
Yes. So and then what's the period of time? Is it typically a year or more, or how long, or is it as long as it needs to be?
I believe the testings are different, but the legislation will come out most probably in the end of year. So from next year you can come and test in Estonia already.
Okay. And so you're on this, and as you said, you're relatively new into this particular role, but in terms of just trying to go in, are you tapping into some of those things that you learned from trying to innovate other, big organizations or innovate within big organizations that you've been able to bring into sort of a more government, national type of role?
Actually, government role is especially important in Europe, actually, with energy efficiency, as different energy efficiency labels across Europe are different. And therefore, this is as well one important thing what we need to actually bring out. But one example of this energy efficiency and new technology solutions what can come out from different testings what we have done in Ülemiste city is actually that we can put big cooperation together with startups. Example of we tested and developed in Estonia S8 AI solution for indoor climate adjustment, what helped to decrease the energy consumption of buildings, and we put them together with Kone elevators. So Kone elevator data will go to the AI solution, and now they will adjust the floor indoor climate based on the actual number of customers. And this is actually a very good example of how important is corporations and startups collaboration, because it gave competitive advantage to both companies, and now they are going together to Canada. So they will already out of Europe.
Okay, all right. So go, and given that, I mean, we've got a relatively short time, but one thing I wanted to give you a chance to talk to the audience about is if there's people here who maybe are not working with Estonia and maybe don't know that much about the ecosystem, what should they be? What's Estonia particularly strong in now that would be worth kind of keeping their eyes on?
Yes, additionally to unicorns and really strong tech sector, actually, we are having a very strong biobank. So we have over 200,000 genes saved in our national biobank, and actually it will be a huge potential for health sector innovation. So together with Tartu Ventures, who is like a supporting organization to get spin-off out of Tartu University, who is our strongest health care university or health education university, we actually invite to Estonia different healthcare solutions and ideas to test on our biobank. And another thing is actually defense sector. As we have very big and not friendly neighbor, then we invest a huge amount of money as a nation and as a country to defense. So definitely if you have some ideas how we can invent defense together, then we are ready to test and try. We are investing a lot of money to infrastructure, but as well as Enterprise Estonia will support as well different technology innovation innovation and cooperation with universities. So I believe these three are our value offering.
Okay, so biobank, you know, the sandbox for anything.
Yeah, four even. Yes.
And then defence and actually the defence fund nationally has kind of doubled, hasn't it, as well recently? So again, there's a lot of money and support coming from the government side, but also obviously if people come in to that with their own funding and propositions, it's even more powerful.
And in defense sector, definitely the cooperation between countries and above the countries are very important, because the stronger we are together, the stronger is Estonia or every nation by themselves.
Yeah. So I'm afraid we'll have to stop there, but Ursula will be around if you want to hear more about all those possibilities. So thank you so much for sharing with us.